All right, Mardu Pact. As I have often said, the key to not being disappointed in life is low expectations here. So we tried a black-white pack deck that felt pretty awkward. This is a red black white Mardu pack deck. So pact refers to Demonic Pact here. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose one that hasn't been chosen. Deal 4 to something you gain 4 life. Target opponent discards 2 cards. You draw 2 cards, or you lose 2 life. We are pairing this time around with Gideon of the Trials here. So Gideon can give you an emblem that says as long as you have a Gideon Planeswalker, you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. So while you have Gideon with his emblem out, the you lose trigger to Demonic Pact doesn't impact you. Speaking of pacts, we've got Pact of Negation here. So Mardu Pact, we got a couple of them. It says you could pay 5 blue mana or you lose the game at the beginning of the next turn. You counter something. We're pairing this again with Gideon of the Trials here. And then we've got things like Glorious End and Chance for Glory that pair with Gideon's emblem as well. I think there's a very real chance that without too much card selection, we end up having kind of an awkward mix of like Glorious Ends, Chance for Glories, and Pact of Negations without a Gideon around. So we'll see if we are able to get on the scoreboard at all with this, or if it's just going to send us back down towards the Platinum rank floor. Rank floor is our safe space. Usually we get to Diamond at least. Wellspring here generally implies mono red in the format at the moment. Apparently not. Oh yeah, there were some people working on a collected company variation, right? It's fine. Our hand's also pretty good here. He says before his opponent puts Cat and Oven into play and runs him into the ground. Can't interact with that. It's gonna take 3 points a turn till we die. I want to rock. Thanks for the 3 quarters of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, Blood Artist causes life loss. Gideon prevents damage. Those things are not the same. They probably should be, but Magic likes to be confusing. Okay. Now to find out what would win. A powerful planeswalker in the multiverse or 1 cat and 1 oven.
This ends now.
Powerful planeswalker, 1 cat, 1 oven. I'm on Team Catavid. Yeah, it's where the smart money's at, I think.
I've got you.
That was Morrowind. Excellent. It was as good as I remembered it. Which, to set a low bar, means it greatly exceeded expectations. Did we consider making an emblem? There's an emblem hiding behind my F2K banner.
I'm going in.
Hey, thanks for the Prime support, Ghost Stalker. I appreciate it. Thanks for keeping me around. I probably won't tweet out sub-survey results again, because I doubt they'll change too much, but if you have a specific comments you want to leave, feel free to fill it out still. I haven't finished going through all of the written comments yet in the free answer section. Oh, he is indestructible, isn't he? That's fine. I think we're just winning the race, huh? 2 mythical phoenixes and an incredibly powerful planeswalker can race 1 little cat. Godspeed. Godspeed, mythic firebirds. Gosh, the person that submitted this deck really doesn't want to lose to cats, huh? God bless him. Wrath of God's actually probably pretty slow, huh? I'm gonna keep these Bonecrushers. I guess it doesn't have a Leyline in it when I kind of wish it did. I saw Uro burn in the queue and got upset, not because you're playing it, just because it exists. Yeah. By the way, if anybody has historic submissions, they'll come up pretty quickly. I think we're down to like 3 or 4 decks in the queue. Not too surprising since Magic is currently a rotato. My current plans for the next week and a half while we wait for the next set to drop are to probably just do 1 Magic deck per day while we wait for rotation. Hey, FemiOB, thank you for the 12 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Yeah, we're going to do Runeterra. We're going to do some variety segments. I plan to sneak in some more Morrowind. I had fun with that yesterday. Pretty sure I'm just playing a 4-3 out here. Joke's on you, opponent. I didn't want that 4-3 anyways. Ha ha ha. Oh, by the way, I finally took the time to do something people have been asking for. I added a Runeterra Dex page to my website last night. People have been asking pretty regularly for like ways to find my favorite lists easily. So that'll be a easy way for folks to do that. I think I take Vraska here. Just leave them this because I have anger to clean up after it. So, we're going to lose Bonecrusher here because they're going to sack this to the Witch's Oven, but it is what it is. Yeah, starts playing against Twisted Swain. At some point in the early game, they nabbed a bunch of my cards and later used a hush on favorable trades. I dropped a big elusive and wanted to open attacks. God bless. Don't early GG. It's bad for your health. Karma exists sometimes. What are we doing with this? Do we just get Cage? It's like one turn late, right? It's probably just Cage still, right? The problem is they have Wellspring still. So they'll accompany in response here. And then we're hoping we don't die to attacks plus Blood Artist triggers. Meow. So we're going to take 2 on this loop. Then we'll take 1 from an attack next turn. And then we'll anger, and we'll take 1 from them sacrificing it to the oven. Okay, we're going to take 2 from them sacrificing things to ovens. So we need to peel an answer to the Wellspring here. Otherwise, it's lethal if they peel a land. The gods have no one left to be angry at, chat. Please draw Collected Company. Alright, could be worse. This is where the magic happens, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls of all ages. Welcome to the party, Leyline of the Void. Do we think the new green mythic land spell will finally get Primeval Titan banned in Modern, or is that card just like always going to be legal? Untouchable, probably. Probably. Let's Thoughtseize tap land here rather than putting Gideon down. Can I just get rid of their card advantage here? I'm excited that these new land spell flip card designs are really awesome, and I'm excited they're coming to Magic. I'm glad they're coming and excited to see what they will do for the game. Yeah, you're good, Kenix. Thanks for the support. It is in the queue and good to go. Great. Discovers Collected Company. Yeah, my literal only complaint about the flip dual lands, Marty, is that I want all 10 of them. Literal only complaint. Give me the other 4 now, please. Target opponent discards 2 cards. You discard 2 cards, thanks. Well, poop.
Try getting through me.
Nah, you just come to expect it. Everything is going to kill Magic. Magic just won't survive, chat. It's all going to kill Magic.
Save yourself and give up now.
Well, I didn't have an emblem yet. This notably does not draw cards when their things die, because they don't die, because there's a Leyline of the Void. I think we're into garbage time here. Are they about to learn how this works? I think they're about to learn how this works. They're mousing over their stuff. Like, they just moused over our Leyline, because they're putting the pieces together. Hey, it wasn't a way to kill Gideon, chat. We are good to go. That's just good deck building right there. Good, clean deck building on our part, chat.
Let's do this one-on-one.
I think we just grab Approach here. Just like draw a land, cast it, wait a little bit.
I've been waiting for this.
No! Oh, man. Stupid Triome and your stupid tapped, stupid face. Your Thoughtseize makes the gods very angry, opponent. Like, not only did I lose my card, but, like, I didn't get to cycle the Triome either. Hey, Chad, time to go to work.
To be liberated.
Do some liberating. You feel liberated, chat? Because you should. Gideon's coming to liberate you with his big, strong arms. He's going the distance. He's going ball speed. He's all alone in this time of need. He's racing and pacing and plotting the calls. Yeah, I guess we'll get a 4-3 flyer. They're at a virtual 20 currently. So they have 6 here and then 3 more here.
My oath remains unbroken.
I expect to see them crack these foods here. I'm gonna hold on to this for now in case they draw another Thoughtseize. I don't want to like cycle into a spell and let them be able to take it away. Remember, Blood Artist triggers on dies, so they'll get triggers if my things die. They do not get triggers if their things die. This is my Parade of Phoenixes, chat. There are many like them, but these ones are mine.
No, I don't think so.
4-3 flyers for 4, no other text. Let's do it. Not sure why they haven't conceded yet, because they are try-harding, chat. This is very serious business. It's the Magic Arena ladder. Opponent surviving this like a Skyrim fight, pausing to shovel food into their mouths. That's a good one. Like a third of that match just waiting for them to die in that last game. Back up to plat 1, chat. Back up to plat 1. That was a very glorious battle, Dirty Digits. They tasted my blade. Does our opponent have an out? Well, they probably don't realize I have a fiber internet connection. So they could have been biding their time hoping Comcast could do me in. Oh, it's a better first land than Dragonskull Summit. Ruben, thanks for the quarter of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Goodbye, Muxus. I'll need to use the deck command in actual chat. Be able to pull it up.
Virtue will always triumph. You'll have to get through me first.
You know you can click on their deck and look at the cards, right, Kenix? if you go to Mobilytics, they have a meta tier list that's updated and accurate that you can look through. But when you're in Client 2, you can click on their deck and then click on the champion pictures and see the cards. Can you tell us about the Rats game? It is advertised as the worst game on Steam. And I accepted it because the person that sent me $50 to play it said I only had to play it for 20 to 30 minutes. And that seemed like an okay rate.
You cannot win.
That's a good draw. Bye, friends.
That's enough.
It does have a neat little animation. That mean we have time for an extra Runeterra deck? Yeah, maybe. Maybe talked into that. I had someone submit Getting Over It, asking me if it was something I would play, and I definitely declined that one. Morrowind, we need to extend our reach as a Wizard of the Coast. To be fair, we did spend time on the Bitter Coast yesterday. Negative, Marty. Oh, we're gonna counterspell the crap out of this Muxus, chat.
Let's do this one-on-one.
What happens when you end the turn with the spell in the stack? It gets exiled. So, I think I'm supposed to choose lose the game there, just in case they kill my Gideon. Just like get it out of the way.
I've got you.
Yeah, I feel like the only way we lose from here is if the only way we really lose from here is if the packs get us. So I think I just like get the lose of the games out of the way while we're waiting on that. All right, this is pretty funny.
That's enough.
Chad just going full Chad here and being like, no, wait, hold on. They die, right? Good chat. Good chat. Ip cheerio, mate. Just got my first paycheck of my new job and decided to share a little with my favorite streamer. Hey, thanks for the biddies, Leafblade. Hope you're staying safe out there. Thanks for the support. Please don't do this to me. This deck is not cheap either. Mythic, 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 Mythic. Do we just submit because we're pre-boarded for aggro? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I want sprays and cages, right? I think I cut the Pact of Negations. Yeah, but like, Phoenix is at least like a mythic that you're gonna play in a not meme. Like, these are pretty meme-specific mythics, chat. So I give Phoenix like a little bit of leeway on costing you a mythic because, well, you know. This is 53 rares, 16 mythics, and 5 commons, not very cheap. Okay, 16 mythics. It's $30 per 2 mythics. So for the low price of $240, you too can experience this deck on Magic Arena. What? What a steal! Oh, the economy in this game. Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting in a way, interesting that the arena economy makes it more punishing and more expensive to play off meta decks than it does to play on meta decks, right? Because decks that are good are going to have better cards that you use in more places, whereas, you know... Yeah, the paper, buying a deck like this in paper is incredibly cheap by comparison, because a lot of the cards in here aren't really playable, so they tend to be cheap on average individually. Man, I'm going to take out the trash next turn, I tell you what. I tell you what. As a whale, this is the first time in a long time I've not actually had the wild cards to build the deck from this stream, so that says something. Getting big Hank Hill vibes. I saw a meme the other day that, like, felt really fitting. It was, 1990s Republicans are Hank Hill, and 2020 Republicans are just Dale Gribble on average. And I was like, yep, that checks out. Sounds about right. Streamdecker says this deck's $570 in paper. I bet a lot of that's the lands. Shock lands aren't cheap. Yeah, so I'm stomping in the upkeep, so this way they have to use their Phyrexian Tower then to counter my Bonecrusher. Sometimes you just lose to the Goblins deck, Hidden Flame. Sometimes you're just gonna die. You shouldn't make bad plays to play around them being lucky, because occasionally they're gonna get lucky. Also, again, like, and this is kind of the frustrating thing to me as a player and a content producer, it's like, the fact that, like, they put Phyrexian Tower in this format and Muxus, but, like, Winota's banned, and they didn't print Flame Tongue Kavu into the format. It's just like, it's so ridiculous, in my opinion. Just the things that they've missed, basically. Or like the things that they think are okay while telling us other things that are similar or weaker aren't. Sorry about that. The child was playing with a toy that was playing music, and I'd prefer not to get muted. Just casually run Gideon off the top. I'm pretty sure I'm just drawing 4 cards here, so... Acquisition's getting us Gideon. Yes, most likely. So I have one more turn before a Demonic Pact kills us. I get to Wrath of God here. I get to Grafdigger's Cage. How are things? I'm doing alright. This opponent's not going to make us sit through garbage time. God bless. A lot of the lands are 10 to 15. Thoughtseize is 15. Pact of Negation is 40. Okay, so Pact of Negation's like a quarter of that. Gosh, Paper Magic's so silly. So very, very silly. Sure. I was just responding to someone on Twitter who asked me the very reasonable question, why do you block people who generally disagree with you on Twitter? And the answer to that's very simple. Unlike a lot of people who use social media who have, I don't have, a million followers, but I've got 15,000 followers or whatever. I try and do my best to read and engage with and respond to people that tag me in things and ask good faith questions. And if I give people who are saying just low effort, lazy, or stupid things and they tag me in those posts or respond to my posts with those types of responses, those people are taking my time away from other people who aren't going to be posting in that manner. So I remove them from having the ability to tag me in the future.
I have practiced against may hone your prowess.
If they don't respect my time, they don't deserve it. Pretty sure we just stop an Arset here so they can't draw another card with it. For Leyline Tyrant. No, none as of yet. I don't currently have any, or maybe one outstanding deck that's been submitted but not paid for yet. Yeah, and like, so people waste my time, exactly. And like, the way in which I manage my social media in that way is different than a lot of people, right? Like, a lot of people aren't engaging with most of the people in their mentions, right? Or even trying to read them. Green Hero Miru, thanks for the 3/4 of a year. Yeah, and that's the other thing too, right? Like, I'm not specifically blocking people who just disagree with me. It's not what they're doing, it's the way in which they're doing it that I have a problem with it. It's okay to be counter to what I'm saying, but you need... Oh, we did have a big dude like Dono. Thanks for the tip. I was probably twittering. I apologize. Thanks for the poke. Yeah, we built around the Scarab God once. The card's not particularly competitive. I don't think I'd do it again. Assuming it's okay with the boss, 1 extra Rune Terror deck, your choice of Lux Leona or whatever deck you're working on for the tournament. Sounds good, dude. Would you mind if I do Lux Ash is a deck that I've been thinking of playing for that event? What do I want to get with Mastermind's acquisition here? I think it's just Chad, right? Getting Chad and getting an emblem means that I can Pact of Negation something or use my chance for glory. Again, really feeling that card disadvantage here. I actually think the deck's really good, Rexbox. I've been playing it. It's the deck I've been playing the most off stream recently. Sounds good. It lines up well into a lot of different things. You made any changes to it? Yeah, the what's it called dragon is great. You can actually find so I for people that weren't here earlier and I mentioned I added a Runeterra Dex page to my website, and Lux Ash is one of the ones I put up there. Lux Ash is actually a pretty good first deck to build into too in Runeterra because you get two copies of Ash for free on your 7-day login rewards, which is nice. What do I think is the best deck in Historic? I don't know. Based on gut feelings, I would probably say my expectation is that the best archetype is probably something that involves Priest of the Forgotten Gods and Claim the Firstborn. I think there's a lot of small creature decks in this format, and those cards tend to be very good against them. Man, our sideboard is not well suited for control, huh? I guess I'm bringing in a Necromentia. What's my personal favorite deck to play? You know, if I'm being honest, I don't really have any decks that I really love in this format right now. I've not found anything that really resonates to me out of what's going on in the format. The types of decks I tend to enjoy playing tend to really get hosed by the Claim the Firstborn Priest decks, which almost certainly biases my answer a little bit of what type of deck do I think is the best deck in the format. That's fine. We just hit Plat 1. It's a free roll game anyways. Just lucky. Thanks for the 24 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Oh, no, we didn't. We were up 2. Sad. Whatever. Doesn't matter. J-Ray, thanks for the very generous tip. I appreciate that. For Sultai Enigma for tomorrow morning. Sounds excellent. Yeah, I agree. Not only Priest, but just like those red-black style decks in general. Like a lot of the Pyromancer decks are also Priest decks. Thinking on it a bit. Maybe I'm supposed to mulligan this with Double Glorious End. Could go either way. I think we're probably going to see a lot of this card in Standard in the fall. I think this card's super, super good. 2 mana ramp that you can't really interact with is a premium, I think. It's better than Paradise Shirt in a lot of instances if you don't need the fixing. Isn't BTE banned? Why was that card chosen to be the event space? Probably for the same reason that the link in the event to learn more links to an article that talks about January and April.
Show me what you can do. The side of justice will never lose. Let's do this one on.
I think I'm just putting Demonic Pact down here before I start Glorious Ending. This is still gonna get to, like, attack and make a thing, but I think that's fine. That's a good observation too. Back to before their hand is empty tends to be good. Yep, they forgot to attack with Elder Gargoth. So I am going to deal 4 to Nissa, cast Wrath of God, Gideon, kill Nissa.
Not on my watch.
Fight on without me.
And now we're hoping they don't go land second Nissa to kill Gideon. I'm gonna choose lose the game here while I still have a Gideon.
Stand down.
And then I'm gonna Glorious End to counter whatever their 5-drop is here. That'll beat you.
I'm gonna love holding this grudge.
There with me.
Hey, Covern, thanks for the 23 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. So this is gonna make them discard 2 cards next turn.
A worthy opponent.
I must go.
Yes. Yeah, to set a low bar, this game has gone much better than expected. Or this set's gone much better than expected. Yeah, it's been a really, really good set overall. Definitely this is a do the thing deck, and the thing has been firmly accomplished, right? Did I miss lethal? I probably missed lethal. I believe you. Is this a Magma Spray matchup? If it is, what do I cut? Probably not. I have sweepers to clear out their dorks. Like, do I want this to like kill Land War Elves and their Elvish Visionaries? Probably not. I think I'm just clicking submit. I'm gonna cut 2 Phoenixes on the draw and bring in 2 Magma Sprays. Actually, the body on this probably isn't super useful. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna trim win conditions. Usually 2, comic. Sure. Okay, I'm gonna take the one that doesn't die to Wrath of God. Bye, friends. Visionary. Vision is scary. Start a revolution. Polluting the airwaves. Doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. 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 Sweepers are so obnoxious in this game. They're so good. Honestly, maybe I'm just supposed to Mastermind's acquisition for another Wrath there. That's probably what I'm supposed to do. Does Runeterra have sweepers? It does, but because both players play every turn in Runeterra, they don't feel as bad. Because if your opponent sweeps you, you can play stuff out on their turn. So there's more player agency and sequencing in and around them in a lot of ways. Well, so like, saying they cost more isn't a fair direct comparison in Runeterra because of the way you can save spell mana and because of the way you're guaranteed to get a mana every turn. So I don't think that's necessarily a one-to-one comparison. Yeah, I think that's the plan too. I think it's like Glorious End, and then peel Gideon, and then Mastermind's acquisition Gideon is the line here. And like, if we're fortunate, they'll play something pre-combat, and we'll get to counter their spell. Maybe I'm just supposed to do this during their upkeep. Well, if I cycled, I don't have the mana to Masterminds and get in the same turn. No, Pact's got to deal. Ooh. Ooh. That's still not good enough, though, right? Because I lose the game this turn. Pact's got to deal with their creatures. Unbanned Twin, thank you for the 32 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. So I got an emblem here. We're going to lose Gideon to Gargoth next turn, unfortunately. There's a bug. I keep getting resub notifications, but it's still March. It's been a really long March. And I lose to my Demonic Pact in 2 turns, right?
Retreat.
I have to, like, draw another Gideon naturally here. Yeah, we're just did our own card. That ends your own turn, Lamacopter. Sure, your upkeep. Then you lose at the beginning of your opponent's end step. So, our meme catching up with us a little bit there. Had we been playing like a real control deck with real tools after Wrath of God, that probably would have been an easy game for us, but had a bunch of awkwardness because we couldn't keep a Gideon in play. So we just had a bunch of dead cards that didn't do anything effectively. Seki's War Angel's Grace. Yep. Would love that card. Yeah, only having Gideon is the only way to really... Having Gideon is the only way to stop us from losing the game. Feels tough. What set was Harmless Offering from? Was that Amonkhet or was that in Kaladesh? Oh, it was in Innistrad. Shadows of Innistrad. Okay. No room for Platinum Angel. Platinum Angel is like really slow. 7/7 mana is a lot of mana. Opponent has a couple of lands. Okay, so we play Rekindling Phoenix, and then next turn we can attack Nissa for 4, shoot it for 4. Oh, they have the Goose to block. Why is the Goose fly, chat? Raider Monkey, thanks for the 6 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, I'll be interested to see if people's interest in Standard picks up as we get closer. I was originally planning to do 2 full days of Standard before the Standard Open, but so far I have 1 Standard submission. I have like close to half a dozen Historic submissions with the new cards. So it doesn't seem like people are too terribly optimistic. Just can't say that I blame them.
I will rid you of your corruption.
I don't think we can beat this card, huh? Yeah, I'm hoping that some of it is people just waiting for the full spoiler. Okay, I get to kill Nissa. So maybe we have a shot. Maybe, I guess again I just like have to draw. I have to draw my Gideon naturally is the problem, right? I only have 2 options left on this, I believe. So like I have to draw Gideon next turn.
You will not threaten this world.
Yeah, originally I was planning on Mastermind's acquisitioning for Gideon, but that's no longer an option. No, that's not how magic works, comic. Nailed it.
Show me what you can do.
Glorious End ends the current turn, which means you lose the beginning of your opponent's end step on the following turn. You don't get a redraw. Luckily, we are very good at this game. You're not wrong. Might still die.
Nature's true power.
Opponent misclicking through beating us here. They could have carned the God Pharaoh statue and killed Gideon. Just gonna highlight over those 2 for them here really quick. Okay.
Say hello to my little friend.
Wrath of God, please. Oh, Glorious End is the beginning of your next end step. Okay, that's cute. Plus Gideon on the statue and Anger. Yeah, I guess that buys us a turn. I could also Anger attack Karn and make them choose between their God Pharaoh statue and their Karn, which I don't hate.
I don't think so. I will endure.
Yeah, but Marty, what are the odds Nissa's not gonna kill Gideon in 2 turns, right? So, like, the Gideon's on a shelf life. I'd rather take one of their cards off the table guaranteed.
Rise, my element.
Like, they're gonna get my resource eventually. Oh, yeah, Ultimatum probably lets us win this game, right? They're gonna have 2... God damn it. What even is green in 2020? Just tap 2 forest, cast 5 mana spell. Yeah, I have 9 mana though. It's just not enough now though, right? Because like, they get to attack me for 12 down to 5. And then I Ultimatum, and Ultimatum doesn't kill the forest because it kills non-land permanents. And we lose. I guess we do this and get Wrath of God. But then, like, we're still gonna die to God Pharaoh statue triggers over the course of a few turns, right? This is an 8. We're dead. Man, we really needed to fade them having a busted draw the turn they drew Gargoth. If we would have been able to do that, we would have been able to Ruinous Ultimatum for 9 mana and get back in there, but just too far gone with them peeling a powerful 5-drop on the one turn we needed to break. I'm gonna play this tapped, expecting them to play another ramp card that we can anger. Blevins! Thanks for the 2/3 VR. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Hope you're staying safe out there. Any chance you would try and play in the Historic Challenge? No. There aren't any competitive Historic decks I really enjoy playing right now. And I don't really have any strong desire to gamble $10 a match while playing. If I wanted, I'm gonna strap my liability hat on here for a moment. If I wanted to gamble $10 per entry, I would go play Magic the Gathering online leagues where if I actually do well, I can turn the prizes that they give me into cash money. But I enjoy Magic Arena more because generally speaking, it's not online gambling. They did forget they had a Van, and I have a 4/3 now, so that's nice. Mayhem Devil resolves. Low Strider. Great, one of your finest lands, deck. We have not cast Pact of Negation yet this set, no. You can win cash in Moto. Moto has a full buy-sell trade secondary market. So it is a cash market by virtue of you can trade your digital objects to someone else in exchange for real-world money. Can we ever beat this card? I'm not sure that we can, chat. I'm not sure I can ever beat this Magic card. When I was in grad school, in fact, when I first started streaming, the reason why I started streaming Magic initially was because I was playing, I was playing enough Magic the Gathering online to make, I don't know, it wasn't a lot of money, but it was like $300, $400, $500 a month sometimes. Because I was playing Magic online and I was doing well. Because I'm a good Magic player, believe it or not. And like, a couple of my buddies were like, well, if you're going to be playing that much Moto anyways, you should stream it for people that want to watch it. So I started streaming it. The problem is this trail of crumbs is going to find them a cat, and then that cat with oven and trail is just going to bury us. We do have a bucket of Leylines in the sideboard. I suppose I can go get Cage here, huh? So that means Cat doesn't loop at least, and it shuts off the Woe Shredder. So, like, maybe we have a chance. If we turn off Oven Looping Cat, we might be okay. Actually, you know, it's funny, Jin, you say life-changing decisions with the starting to stream. The actual most life-changing decision for me in terms of making content was definitely the fact that, I missed the SCG Player of the Year title. I would not have started making nearly as much content and focusing on streaming more if I would have won that title, I don't think. I would have kept playing more Paper Magic. But I missed that, and then it was like, oh, I don't really feel inspired to continue playing in tournaments. The kids were some deciding factor too, but missing the Player of the Year title is definitely part of it. This is cute. So they get to, their cat can't come back, but they get to sack all their foods with it to Trail of Crumbs now and draw a bunch of cards. And deal me damage with the Mayhem Devil. So they're gonna sack all 3 of these foods, pay 3, draw 3, deal 3. Yeah, like I said, we're in an okay-ish spot here, but I think there's a good chance we're still pretty far behind at this point. The good old days of cramming 6+ dudes in a hotel room. Usually we tried to keep it to 5 or less. Usually we aimed for 4, occasionally we'd stack a 5th. Whoever got the lowest record had to sleep in the bathtub? Nah, we were adults about it. The person that slept on the floor in the bathtub, they paid less money for the hotel room. Yeah, I generally speaking never slept on the floor. If we went more than 4, there had to be whoever was putting us over had to be able to sleep on the floor themselves. I'm gonna stomp this in response, so that way when they sack it to the oven, they don't deal a damage with this. Hey, big spoon or little spoon? I was always Maddie's big spoon. Okay, this gets rid of the second trail. And then I get to Gideon. We get to Chad the Mayhem Devil here.
Prepare to defend yourself. Now it's my turn.
Now it's my turn. By the way, chat, for those of you that don't follow me on Twitter, I feel obligated to share this photo with you. Have you ever seen a picture that more fully embodies the Trump 2020 campaign than this still image in front of you? I'm not sure a single image has ever fully captured the essence of that campaign more than this picture here.
getting through me.
I think I'm putting Demonic Pact down to gain 4. They don't live in reality, Crazy Duck. They don't live in reality. It's like, I saw there's a stat that I'm sure is gonna get floated a ton. Are we dead? I think that's lethal, right? Not quite, almost. There's a stat that I'm sure is gonna get floated a ton. Oh, and this is Gideon, so we're good. Apparently, the average wages for the year or whatever are up currently, and the reason why those wages are up is because the pandemic has destroyed a lot of low-wage jobs. And it's just like one of those things that it's like, well, it's one of those big statistics don't lie, but people can lie with statistics energy. We are currently being a bad prison deck. You're not wrong. Did I say bad prison deck? I meant awesome prison deck.
It's time to give up.
Yeah, everything you need to know about the current election cycle, Wobjack, is that, like, Republicans think Biden is too much of a socialist, and people that are on the left think he's too center. That's how far to the right they have run. Like, I wish we could classify Biden as a socialist. That would be great. Again, I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap up the you lose the game triggers now while we safely have Gideon in play and they have nothing going on. Yeah, definitely. I think in general, if you're not digging for specific things or don't need the life to buffer you, you should prioritize getting the you lose the game triggers out of the way. Do I trim the Bonecrusher Giants and just go like full no win con? I think I do. Just embrace the meme. We can always Demonic Pact for a win con. Biden is closer to the right stated platform than Trump. My wife, a history professor at the University of Oregon. Well, you see, that can't really be true because the RNC didn't put forward a platform this year. So their platform is literally just Donald Trump. Because they've realized that they need to go full tilt in that direction at this point. That's all they got. Will to go. Thank you for the third year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. You're making the gods very angry, opponent. Are you having fun yet, opponent? Your fun is of the utmost importance to me. I'm pretty sure we just cage the elephant here. So that way they can't PO Collected Company and get back in the game. Because there ain't no rest for the wicked, chat. We definitely qualify as the wicked currently. No, know what you are. Wear the mantle proudly. Do we just get Chad here? Because Chad can start plussing on Woe Strider. Anyone else have Runeterra crash every few hours? Negative. In fact, when I close Runeterra on when I turn my iPad off in the evening and I wake up to go to play more Runeterra the next morning, it's still loaded and at the same place it was prior overnight.
Defend yourself. Now it's my turn. That's new.
I just hope that the Magic Arena mobile client gets here before winter, so that way running it on my OnePlus 8, I can use it as an alternative heat source for my home. That's my one great hope. It's a very good draw. Gives them some redraws here. Oh, you know what? I wonder if they're not playing Cage. Or Cage Company. If they're on Trail of Crumbs, maybe they're not on that card.
You're full of surprises.
Scry me a river, baby. I mean, they killed the Cage because they wanted to play a 2-1. I would assume.
I've been waiting for this.
So they might as well kill it. Father, I'm chilly. Play Storm, please. Yikes! They do have that. Thank goodness. Get to punish the opponent for their sequencing here. Obviously, they should have waited till my end step to do this because of Thoughtseize. The rope is literally your battery gauge. Am I just supposed to do this now?
Ends now.
There's a chance I'm just supposed to do this right away. Holding their Leyline in case of Maelstrom Pulse? Yeah, it's a good thought.
Try getting through
If
me.
we draw a third, we'll hang on to it. It's a real card in this format.
You'll have to get through me first.
Oh, I should make an emblem this turn, right? Yeah. Oh, are they gonna sack the cat? Do it. Sack the cat. Oh. Oh, they're about to get so punished. Oh, yeah. Now Demonic Pact gets to deal 4 here. Thunk. Let's just do this now before I forget.
It's time to give up.
It's time to give up. Listen to Gideon, opponent. He knows what's best for you. So they 1000% have more Citadels in their deck, is why they're still playing, right? Because if they draw a Citadel and hit a good turn with that, they could win. Again, just getting those lose the games out of the way nice and early. Don't want them to, like, interact with my Chad by mistake and punish me. Feel like that's the only way we lose here. Opponent playing smart here and waiting to activate their trails until, Did I do that? Okay, now you can draw, and then I'll Thoughtseize you afterwards. That's enough. It certainly is, Chad. It certainly is. Opponent, this is like the Rick Astley of opponents, huh? They're just never giving up. Never gonna give you up. Do 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 do. We need a Yorion in the board. That sounds funny. Bye, friend. Well, I mean, that went much better than I was expecting it to go. I feel like... What do I feel like, chat? I think Pact of Negation is probably a little bit too much things we need Gideon for. Like, I think like a cheeky Pact of Negation to like search up on occasion is probably fine. I feel like I would cut this. What does this look like with a Yorion companion? I feel like I probably don't want that. It's pretty important that you get to play Gideon. So I feel like I wouldn't want that. Whatever card we were to replace those Pact of Negations with, I feel like it needs to be something that has text in the control matchup, because we definitely don't have enough cards to really be good there. Like, for example, when I like look at my main deck, I've got 6, possibly even 10 things I want to cut. And when I look at my sideboard, I don't really have 10 things to bring in. Or we could just play the other Gideon. I don't hate that, actually. Like, this is okay against control. It's like medium against aggro, but like our deck's got a lot of anti-aggro cards. Yeah, I like that. When we get Pioneer Masters in the fall or winter or whatever it's coming, 4-mana Chad is probably a good recommendation. I don't think we have enough things to blink with Yorion for value. Yeah, getting Ally of Zendikar would be great. As far as the board goes, I think, like, honestly, there might be too much cat hate here. I also kind of feel like the reason why this deck is playing Leyline instead of Rest in Peace is probably because it's playing Rekindling Phoenix, and I'm not convinced that Rekindling Phoenix is actually a great threat for this deck, especially because you want Grafdigger's Cage anyways. So I kind of feel like I would like just like Rest in Pieces in the board here to get board slots back and like turn this into something else maybe, but I don't know. All right. At any rate, that's going to wrap the Magic segment for today. Remember, if you're interested in more of my Magic content,